What is up, guys? Scott Days is here, and today we are going to review 100 Girlfriends Who Really Love You, Chapter 195 review. If you guys don't want to read the manga, or you guys are anime onlys, I would recommend to click out. If you're caught up with this chapter and the future chapters, you guys could watch. So how it started out is that Rento Aigil, he went to he was walking around, and then all the girlfriends of Rento was busy today, and Rento doesn't want to go to school because he might throw up or puke. And then he sees Nemu like wobbling around, and then when Rento was trying to save Nemu from the road construction, the zing happened. And then Nemu says she was sleeping, and she realized that Rental Idol is a high schooler, and Nemu is a second year of middle school. And Rental and Nemu was walking around, and then Nemu was told Rental that she stayed up all night to make shoes, and she loved making shoes, Nemu, and she doesn't want her grandparents' workshop to close because she will be very sad and she doesn't want her heart to break. And when Nemu went to sleep, randomly there was shoes that was done, but and then Maru, we got a cameo of Maru right here, saying that about explaining the elves and the shoes and gratitude. And then Nemu fell back to asleep, and Nemu was sleepy, and then Ranto asked if Nemu is okay, and Nemu said she's always sleepy, and she said it happens normally. I would be very concerned, to be honest, and try to help her out, and try not to not have her sleeping on the road. So I understand because she work a lot and she wants to keep her parents company alive. Then Nemu, she ended up falling asleep, and then she randomly stand up, and Ranto's like scared, or Ranto's like he saw a ghost, and then Nemu was shaking Ranto's hand. Sleeping Nemu was shaking Ranto's hand, and then Nemu was taking the charge and going and holding on to Ranto's arm, and Nemu went out to arcade, eat dinner, and she went to a random photo booth, and then Nemu pointed somewhere, and then randomly we went in the park, and Nemu woke up, and she said she had a dream that she went to those places, but it wasn't a dream. She was sleepwalking, and it actually happened. And Nemu was apologizing to Ranto about her sleepwalk again, and Ranto realized that she was dreaming about reality, and the sleeping Nemu was excited and going to the park and to other places. And Ranto asked Nemu to if she made shoes. Nemu said she was making shoes, and then she ate. She was eating bread at the same time. And her grandparents does the same thing too when they have a dream too. Ranto wants to tell her the truth about Nemu and what to do, and what he was complicating what to do and what he shouldn't do about Nemu. And then Ranto and then Nemu apologized that sorry for causing so much trouble. But Ranto doesn't mind, and he said he had a lot of fun today. And then we had Nemu saying she's starting to her she started to grow feelings for Rentaro, but it could be disaster because she's probably insecure about her sleeping. And Nemu and Rentaro wants to meet up again. And then Nemu, we get a montage of Nemu creating his shoes, and she's like it's trying to stay up, but Nemu was trying to make shoes for Rentaro, and then Nemu is working on the shoes, and then next day we got Nemu and Rentaro meeting each other, and Nemu was about to ask Rentaro something, but she was nervous. And Nemu doesn't think she can do it, but her sleeping version did it. And sleeping Nemu gave Rentaro the shoes, and Rentaro was happy that he got the shoes from Nemu. And then Nemu just go for a kiss to Rentaro. It was unexpected, and Nemu was making a heart sign, trying to give Rentaro the signal that that Nemu likes Rentaro. And Rento's like, "What? What happened?" I would be like, I would be like amazed, to be honest, if I ever see that happen. And Nemu kissed Rentaro, and then Nemu was struggling to, and then Nemu wake up, and once again Nemu told Rentaro about her dream, and then Nemu realized she gave Rentaro the shoes, and Nemu is like happy about it, that her sleeping version just give it Rentaro the shoes. And Nemu says she's always sleeping once again and gloomy, and she's happy that she's like a different girl when she wakes up, or I mean, when she sleeps, because she have like the sleeping version have a lot of energy. And then Nemu was and then Rentaro was raising up Nemu, and Rentaro told Nemu that she made the shoes. Nemu thought it was a dream at first, and then her sleeping version came back, and then she just randomly kissed Rentaro, and it just ended right there. And Nemu was begging for apologies after that. So I really like this chapter. It was like interesting. I actually want to see her pair up with Mario in the future about sleeping, and I feel like Nemu could make a Sleeping Beauty Nemu's out of Nemu personality. But I would give it a solid good chapter, like a solid like 7.5 out of 10. Chapter 196, when Nemu was meeting the Rentaro family for the first time. Nemu was admiring the girlfriends when she got introduced. She was complimenting all the girls, and then she saw Rin, who's in the same grade as her. She's an honor student, and then Nemu was like, she was like in honor to meet them, and then she went back to the sleeping mode, and she was shaking Carne's hand, and Carne was like, "What? What's going on?" And then Rachel had to explain about Nemu's condition, and then Maru was like, "It's a fairy tale right there about Nemu." And then Nemu was raising the paper like from Shizuka from the Gorilla Syndicate chapter, and then Nemu woke up, and Nemu's like, "What is she doing?" And she apologized to people about her being weird. And then Hakuri, Ako, and Era, and my Saki and Mimimi was like, "No problem. Everyone is like weird in the family." And then Hahari suggested to have a sleepover at the Honozono mansion. And then all the girlfriends came over, and Rantaro and Nemu, and then Kosuri drugs went off again. And there's a side effects that is going to become a nightmare. And sleeping Nemu starting to wake up. And then and then people are sad that in their dream that Rintrol died, and Nemu tried to wake people up, I think, because of what's going on, and they're all crying because Rintrol died in their dream. Ako's like, that's not cool, and Usa's back with her death by desolation, and then Matsuri's like it's not a happy festival because of Rintrol's not there, and Era's like she cannot kick with death, and everyone's is getting emotional about Rantel dying in their dream. And then Rin, she said that's not violence right there. There no violence mode for and Nemu tried to wake them up. Mimimi, Akko, and I mean Mimimi, Uto, and Nano is like sad that no beauty and they're gonna be exploring around the world without Rantaro. And Nano's like, is life is meaningless without him. And Hahari, Yako, and Saki's like doesn't want to leave Rantaro, and then Sleepy Nemu have to do something. And Nemu tried to open Saki's eyes, but they're still in a sleep mode. And Carne's like crying that she's at Tsundere, but it doesn't feel right about Rantaro. And then we got breaking the fourth wall about Meru saying this is a bad ending to the 100 girlfriends. And Sue is like, one is not enough. That's a kind of like a finally Sue finally care about Rentaro and doesn't think about numbers. And Nemu tried to wake everyone up still. And Kurumi was dreaming about food doesn't taste good when Rentaro is around. And mine's now like sad, but but still she cares about May still. And then Nemu is trying to wake up the girlfriends by splashing Momoha with water, but Momoha thought it was booze. And May once again wants to sell her organs to Rentaro. And May wants to create 100 Rentaro plushies. And Kishika was crying because of Rentaro not being there once again. Babu. And Iku doesn't want pain after seeing Rentaro hurt again. This is the first time I see Iku break in tears. Like, normally this time she doesn't want to get hit. And then Nemu's suplex Iku. And Iku's like, that's pretty good right there. And Nemu is trying to do everything in her power to wake people up from a dream. And then you got Rentaro breaking the fourth wall once again and complaining about Nakamura and threatening him. Nemu's probably like, not Nizala. For this one, it feels hard too. Like, they're all in deep sleep and Nemu doesn't know what to do to wake them up. And Nemu put them in straight line. And then Rantaro slid onto them. And they all feel good about Rantaro being in their dreams. And Rantaro came back into their dreams and pretty much they all had a good night's sleep after having a nightmare for a bit. And then Nemu woke up and Shizuka thought it was a dream too. But technically, it was sleeping Nemu just dragged Rantaro to all the girls. It's because of Kosuri's drugs that gave them bad dreams again. And they shouldn't trust Kosuri's drugs or creation. And that probably ends the chapter right there for Sleeping Nemu. And that concludes chapter 196 right there. Before we end the video, can you guys please like and subscribe to my video, and I hope you guys have a good day today.